Welcome to Healthy Behaviors for Healthy Cleveland Families. This seminar is about learning new health habits that will make our family strong and fit. I am so excited for you to be here to learn how to become healthier with your family. In Cleveland, both parents and children are becoming unhealthier. This leads to medical conditions that may last a lifetime, unless we change directions. I'm so glad you chose to come today to help find new skills so we can adopt a healthy lifestyle together and be as well and as strong as possible for the rest of our lives. My name is Lauren Sullivan. I am a registered dietitian, which means I am a nutrition expert. I'm also studying for my master's degree right now at the University of New England, so I can learn a lot more. I have been working at a hospital in the area called the Cleveland Clinic Foundation for the past 10 years. I work with patients that have unhealthy weight and lifestyles. I have the chance each day to talk to people about ways to eat better to help their bodies be the best they can be. When people have an unhealthy weight, there are costs, and we're going to talk about that part a little bit later. We're going to also talk together about how to improve health through changes in what you eat and what you drink and how much you exercise. And those are the things that I get to talk with my patients about every day. I get to work with both patients and their families. Another thing I like to do is write about food and cooking. I have written and contributed to several magazine articles about food and nutrition. I also have taught cooking classes at the community events, and I volunteer at the local community center. I like to grow vegetables and plants and flowers. Did you know that there are community gardens in Cleveland called neighborhood gardens where you can grow things too? I live in Cleveland also, so I'm very passionate about helping families find affordable and nutritious foods. I'm also excited to share some skills to keep your family strong and healthy. Not too long ago, before I started at the hospital, I had 3 young children just like you. I was a stay-at-home mom and loved spending time playing and cooking and gardening with my kids. But things took a turn when my husband's job was lost, and we had to live on a very tight budget. We had to learn to buy groceries with limited SNAP benefits. SNAP stands for Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. Later on, I will share how my family was able to eat a lot of fruit and vegetables for hardly any money. I would like to make sure we learn a lot today. So to make our time the best that it can be, I have a few rules for our program. First, put on your listening ears. Listen to everyone else when they are speaking. And second, let's talk only when it's our turn or when we're in the activity groups, and there'll be plenty of those today. For your safety, the third rule is parents and children, please stay together at all times. Let's start to learn something new together and have fun. I would like to know a little bit more about you too. We're going to do a Who Are You activity, one family at a time. I would like you to come up to the microphone and pick one person from your family who can introduce you all and let us know why you're here and what is one fun fact about your family. I'll go first to give you an example. As I said, my name is Lauren, and this is my family. My husband's name is Todd, and we have been married for 30 years. Remember I said that I had small children? Well, guess what? They're all grown up now. My 3 daughters are Rachel, she's 24, Alyssa, she's 22, and Julia, she's 20. Our fun fact is we love to go on vacations and adventures together. So one at a time now, come on up and I'll bring the microphone to you so you can share who you are, something fun about yourself, and why you're here today. Wow, that was awesome. You are so brave to come up and share everything that you shared. And thank you so much. You got an opportunity to let us know something fun about you and your family. And it's really, really nice to get to know you. Well, have you ever been on an adventure before? I remember that I showed you the picture of my family, and in that picture, we were on an adventure at the beach. We had a chance to follow a treasure map, and the first family to find the treasure chest won free tickets for the Ferris wheel. And when you go on a trip or you're looking for a treasure, you need a road map to help you know where you're going. We weren't the first family to find the treasure, but we had so much fun working together to solve all the clues. So today we are starting a treasure hunt for healthy habits to help our families eat well, be active, and be strong. We are starting a health journey, kind of like a treasure hunt for chances to make healthy choices. These choices may be practiced and lead to healthy habits, and healthy habits lead to long-term good health for you and your family. You are here today because you are concerned about you or someone in your family that has an unhealthy weight. Well, we'll define what unhealthy weight is and see how that impacts your family. Next, we'll find out why it's important to be a healthy weight and what can happen when you are not at a healthy weight. We will also talk about different things we can practice to be more healthy. These are called healthy habits, and they may include exercise, choosing healthy foods, drinking a lot of water, and preparing meals with your family. And when we practice these health habits, we find the treasure of good health. Your health future isn't defined right now. The choices that you make now can improve how healthy you are in the future. There are a few goals for our time together, and the first goal is to be able to plan healthy meals using the MyPlate guidelines. You and your family will have a chance to plan meals together. Raise your hand if you have ever seen this MyPlate picture before. Great. Well, you will also be able to find 5 fruits and 5 vegetables that you like and that you can eat with your meals. You will also learn to help each other make meals. You might be able to wash and clean the vegetables or fruit. You might even be able to use a child-friendly utensil to help cut food or peel potatoes. You might be able to help set the table too. You will also learn what exercises dads and moms and grandparents like to do and what exercises kids like to do. There are some times that exercises you can do together, and that's what we're going to be looking to establish. What kind of things can you do together for 60 minutes per day? I keep mentioning the words unhealthy weight, and we're talking about a high unhealthy weight or extra weight, and that can be measured by something called body mass index or BMI. BMI compares how tall someone is with how much weight they have. And it's important because an unhealthy weight can make us sick. In children, having a BMI of greater than or equal to the 95th percentile for age and gender leads to medical problems that can make you sick. That means that they compare girls to girls and boys to boys. 1 out of every 7 children that are ages 2 to 5 have an unhealthy weight, and 1 out of 5 children ages 6 to 10 have an unhealthy weight. In adults, having a body mass index of greater than 30 may indicate an unhealthy weight. So getting to a healthy weight and participating in regular exercise are things you can do together. And we're here today to support you learning healthy eating and active living. So why is this important? Well, children with extra weight may get teased more, and this makes you feel bad. It leads to low self-esteem and depression and isolation, and kids may have higher risks for heart issues or arthritis and diabetes. Adults may also have these diseases and may be at risk for certain cancers, disabilities, high blood pressure, and poor sleeping habits. These issues used to only be found in adults, but now they are also found in children. So what can we do about it? Eat healthy, balance calories. Maybe we can eat plenty of fruits and vegetables, and we can get active. Let's move together. We can prepare meals and drink lots of water, and at the same time, let's limit sugar. Well, before I asked if any of you had seen this plate before, because it's called My Plate. So raise your hand again if you've seen it or you've used it. Well, there are some very smart people who found that families that used My Plate for eating meals, along with the dietary guidelines for Americans, have healthier weights than those that don't use this. Parents, how many times per week would you say that you and your family eat at a restaurant? Well, these smart people found out that eating a lot of fast food, like McDonald's or Burger King, leads to unhealthy weight. Another thing they found was unhealthy weight happens from not eating enough fruit and vegetables. Do you see that half of this plate is coming from fruits and vegetables, and the other half comes from protein and grains, with milk also on the side? Well, parents and grandparents, My Plate is for you too. You can use this healthy plan for a lifetime. Grains are a really good source of energy, and food that's made from rice, cereal, or toast, English muffins, oatmeal, squash, sweet potato, pasta, tortillas, popcorn, well, those are grains, and they're all a really good source of iron and B vitamins. Protein helps you feel full. And protein foods include things like chicken and turkey or beef. They also include things like fish and eggs. Other things that aren't meat sources, but they still count as protein, are things like peanut butter, bean burgers, hummus, nuts, beans or seeds. And protein may be high in sodium or salt. So some protein is also high in calcium. Protein makes your muscles nice and strong. Well, dairy foods like milk and cheese and yogurt are important protein sources too, but they also have a lot of calcium to make bones strong. Low-fat dairy is the best choice for adults. Fruit can be fresh, frozen, canned in its own juice. Whole fruit has a lot of fiber, and that can make your stomach and your intestines work really well. That means it helps you poop. And think about what your favorite fruits are. Fruit is also a really good source of potassium and vitamin C, and it helps keep your blood pressure in control. Adults that eat a lot of fruit and vegetables can also help prevent a lot of cancer. By show of hands, how many of you think that tomatoes and peppers are vegetables? Well, guess what? Here's a fun fact. They have seeds in them, which means they're actually fruit. Vegetables can be raw or cooked. So think about what are your favorite vegetables. Part of an overall healthy diet is eating a lot of vegetables and fruits to reduce the risk for heart disease and protect against certain kinds of cancers. They're also really low in calories. Strive for 5. That means trying to eat 5 portions of fruits and vegetables each day. Did you know that this is important because low intake of fruit and vegetables increases the risk for being an unhealthy weight? Did you notice that on the My Plate diagram, remember half the plate was fruits and vegetables? So let's do an activity. If we look at this picture, how many different fruits and vegetables do you see? I'll give you a hint. There's 13 of them. And they include kiwi, strawberries, watermelon, pineapple, cantaloupe, iceberg lettuce and tomatoes, peppers, lemons, cucumbers, leaf lettuce, also red cabbage and carrots. That is 13.